All right, welcome back. One Piece chapter. I think it's 1166 or is it 1066? Whatever. We're getting right into the chapter. Let's go. It's 1166. All right. Pull up the chat real quick as per usual, and we in this thing. All right. Chat. One Piece chapter 1166. We got a nice double page spread here by Oda. I love a nice color page like this. I definitely need to grab a couple more of the color page actual books. I do have one on the bookshelf behind me, but I would definitely love to see more of Oda's art. We got Yamato here. We got a couple other people from Wano, and we got the Straw Hat Crew, and they're eating a bunch of hot yams. It looks like maybe sweet potatoes, something like that. And yeah, they're just having a good time. Can't be mad at that. But let's get into the chapter, okay? All right. We got a note from Oda here. Spontini, one of my favorite pizza spots, entered my Uber Eats delivery range, and I celebrated by eating way more than I should. Good for you, Oda. You deserve that. All right, let's keep it going. Chapter 1166. New Tales. Cough, cough. The aftermath of the battle, and we see Roxy Zebek in the foreground. We see Roger and Garp, and everybody's pretty much passed out looking. So Rox thinks to himself, did they really break the curse? Roger looks really bad. Garp looks really bad. They all look like they're on their last leg right now. And Rox is just thinking to himself, come on, stay alive. This island is... And there's three figures walking up. Damn it, it's too late. Roger, Garp, run. And it's the God Knights pulling up now. Yikes. Of course, these pussies gonna show up now that everybody else is all beaten to shit. You can't die here. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to say. And freaking Garland got his sword up in the air about to execute this man. Thanks for stopping me. Wow, bro. But Rayleigh and Scopper Gaban pull up and it cuts to them running away, holding Roger and Garp now. Man, this is it. I feel so bad for Rox because this is such a terrible way for him to go out. Such an amazing character. You're worrying about the enemy, Scopper says. I'm your enemy too, Garp says. Rayleigh, tell me what happened to Rox. And Rayleigh's just like ... He was killed. Hurry! The island's collapsing. Don't let the pirates escape. Roger's ship is on the move. Fire! This event would leave no mark on the pages of history. The crumbling island was swallowed by the waves and consumed by fog. And in the background, we're just seeing the aftermath. The the battleships are shooting cannonballs. Garp is passed out. Roger's passed out. They basically both look like how Luffy did on Amazon Lily after the aftermath of the Marineford War. We see Whitebeard looking like he's lamenting things. Big Mom's got a smile on her face. That was the essence of the God Valley incident. Oh, the crumbling island was swallowed by the waves and consumed by the fog, like curtains closing on a grand stage. That was the essence of the God Valley incident. Let's go, full speed ahead, as the Roger pirates are setting sail now. The silence in the incident's wake lasted only a moment before a massive bolt of lightning split the heavens. And with that, the curtains rose for new tales to unfold. And we see Kaido flying off. We see Dragon looking like he doesn't know what he's going to do with his life now. We see Shanks sleeping in that little chest, I'm assuming it looks like. We see Kuma recovering with Ivankov and his girl. And we see baby Blackbeard crying a tear. Still? Hold it in. Just wait till Roger's up. Come on, Captain. I'm dying to open up the treasure chest. Roger. Sorry to worry you guys. Yeah, we're thrilled. More importantly, check it out. Don't you care about me at all? Shocky's safe and sound. And you see Rayleigh with Shocky. She's like my hero, of course. And of course, all the other Roger pirates are like, yeah, they're like kids on Christmas morning, you know what I'm saying? They can't wait to open up the presents, basically. Oh, what we got going on here? Where are you reading this? I'm reading this. Don't let anybody know, but it's on the TCB One Piece chapters. Anyway, what a great haul. And we scored a ton of treasure to boot. What a great haul. Wow. And Roger's like, huh? What's that noise? Goo, God. What the? It's coming from that chest. There's something in there. Open it carefully. Click. He opens it, and we kind of get the scene that we get in Film Red during that really quick fast forward scene. And it's all the Roger pirates looking in shock, going, huh? And a baby, and the Shanks is just in there being a happy little baby. Just goo goo guy and whatnot. Rock's pirates wiped out. Predictably, news coverage was falsified. Only one aspect of the story was highlighted: the heroism of Garp. It says here that the Rocks pirates have been vanquished. Rocks is dead. People are celebrating this because most of these people just knew him as the evil person he was portrayed as, and most people aren't just going to know how amazing of a person he was. We even see this with Luffy in the post-time skip, how he's perceived versus how us, the readers, obviously know how he is in real life. I knew it. Vice Admiral Garp is the strongest, and this is how he became the hero of the Marines. Garp, he's a hero. Okay. Grand Line Navy HQ. What the hell is this article? Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying you enjoyed my old vids. I'm gonna probably keep making a couple of those because I had already had the idea for a couple videos that I had in that style, as well as the thumbnails already made for them, so I might as well just go ahead and make the videos. But anyway, what the hell is this article? Vice Admiral Garp. I can't wait to get my hands on that Morgan's fella. Relax, Garp. He only wrote that stuff because the government paid him off. The world government and the Marines are massive organizations. If you count the members' nations' armies, we're talking about tens of millions of soldiers worldwide. It's impossible to account for everyone's actions and motivations, Sengoku's telling him. So if the top brass ever do strike me as insane, I'd simply turn a blind eye to it. Come again? It's just like I said, you're just another promotion-chasing fool. Shut up. What good can you do barking from the bottom of the cliff? Hey, you two. So here we're really seeing the different ideologies between Garp and Sengoku. Obviously, Garp, at this moment in time, he's a passionate dude. He wants to just go off that emotion. He knows he does not rock with the world government realistically. Sengoku, he's more like the guy that wants to break things down and accomplish the most that he can from within. And Garp kind of turns to that side, but still wants to move within his own as he grows past this point. But Sengoku has the foresight to realize this is kind of how he has to act in the moment. If you ever stray and get corrupted, I'll kill you myself. Now, oh, my bad. How reassuring, I said now. I guess that's what friends are for, and, they make up. So you're not quitting then, Garp? Idiot. There are still things at the bottom of the cliff that need a guard dog. That's why this is basically him saying he's never going to be Admiral. Elbaf, New World. Are we present time? No. Okay. Now we go back. Where it's Loki. You again. I ain't letting you on my ship. So he's crying because Rox is dead now. How many times do I gotta tell you, Pipsqueak? You think I want a brat on my crew? And so he's crying to himself. What is this? The guy I want ain't giving me the time of day, but his snot-nosed brat won't leave me alone. Hey, Rox, I think you're Nika. Nika? The warrior of liberation who will destroy the world while laughing. Destroy it? I'm aiming to be king of the world. Besides, if anyone's got that sort of power, it's Harold. Huh? Listen up, Loki. Somewhere out there, the Galera are slumbering. They're an outrageous band of ravagers, okay? And the only one who can put them back in play is your pops. I'm gonna continue to rally the rogues of the world. So just imagine if Harold and I teamed up. Who could possibly stop us then? Wow, that's awesome. So why aren't you and Pops allies already? Because of love. Question mark. But I'm gonna come back again. Come back again and again. If I don't care if it takes 100 or 200 meetings. Okay. So this is probably the last time that Rox actually spoke to, yeah, I'm thinking that Galera probably is those giants in the ice actually. But this is probably the last time that Rox actually spoke to Loki. So what this scene really makes me think of, I've been going back and forth over the last few chapters of me reading this, whether or not Loki will end up a Straw Hat, which, I'm rooting for that, or if he'll end up with Blackbeard because Blackbeard is Rox's son. But clearly, his infatuation with Nika specifically, and Luffy being Nika, that's going to be the thing that really brings them together, in my opinion. So let's continue on. He's holding some wanted poster maybe in his hand. Oh, the newspaper in his hand is small because he's a giant. And he cries again. It's a vicious assault. King Harold of Elbaf is on a certain island. Have any civilians been harmed? No. He attacked another giant, some thug. It's quite a brutal scene. Sob, somebody's crying. You still don't get it. I understand. Really, I'm sorry. I'll never steal from humans again. You don't get it. None of you do. And Harold goes to whop. This fool. Who is this? Huge trash heaps like you are responsible for the terrors in our race's history. And that's why we can't be trusted. We only desire to peacefully engage with the world now. But they can't trust that. Your Highness, he's already out cold. He's putting the beats on this boy. I didn't want to jeopardize Elbaf's chances of joining the world government. That was my only reason for not helping him. And he's crying to himself. Man, yo. The feels, man. The feels. One Piece hasn't had these strong feels like this in a while. Really, we did get it last arc with Egghead, but it feels like that's been it really coming back into play. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we didn't really get enough of those really high emotional moments in the Wano arc. We did get it in Whole Cake Island when I'm thinking about it, all the stuff with Sanji. But I don't feel like most of the post-time skip has had those really high emotional moments like the pre-time skip has. But man, these last couple of arcs have been chock full of it. But it doesn't, he's flashing back to Rox talking to him, but it doesn't feel like luck's on my side anymore, Harold. Lend me a hand. And so he has this big regret in his chest right now. I forsook my closest friend as he begged me for aid. I left him to die. There's no turning back now. I will never forgive a giant who does evil. And everybody else is shocked. And in the newspaper it says Giant King loses it. Okay, back at Navy HQ, underground detention cell. Damn, this is really the aftermath of everything that happens on God Valley. I want to see if we're gonna flash forward a little bit at the end of this to where we started the flashback, but let me continue. So we got Dragon here, he's in a cell. Dad, I'm gonna quit the Marines. Okay? And you? I despise you. Okay? And Garp throws him the key so he can escape. And it sounds about right. I feel like we've been waiting a long time for Garp and Dragon to finally freaking have an interaction, and this about sums it up, you know what I'm saying? Garp is like, yeah, I know, the world government sucks. I kind of want to leave too, but I realize this is the only way I'm going to be able to make the change that I want to make here. And Dragon is the complete opposite, where he's like, yeah, I want to leave, I am going to leave, and I am going to be the change that I know I'm not going to see here. Continuing on. Harold, I've made my mind up, Ida. Elder Ja Rule, I don't care about appearances anymore. Hasrudin, Loki, you are both my precious sons. I want you to get along when I'm gone. We are due... Oh, my bad. Let me see real quick. We are due Harold being Domi reversing soon, so Loki has to kill him now that God Valley is done. Yeah, I think so, man. I think either by the end of this chapter or maybe the next chapter, this whole flashback might be over. You know what I'm saying? Because Harold already looks like his old self, which we already knew that. But God Valley, all that got out of the way. I think it's about time for that. I feel like that's what this scene is leading into, to be honest. Hasrudin, Loki, you are both my precious sons. I want you to get along when I'm gone. When I'm gone. He already knew. He already knew. Marineford Navy HQ again. And do what you can to support Elbaf. That ship's from Elbaf. What? My apologies, King Harold, but my superiors have ordered me not to let you land. High-ranking Marines and leaders of the world government, I ask that you please hear me out. And he rips his horns off. Wow. Oh my God. And it clearly it hurt. He's looking like it hurt. Everybody's screaming, what? Pretty much. Allow me to atone for the sins of the past 1,000 years. I apologize for every wrong the giant race has committed. The children of Elbaf are being raised to live without harming others, so that one day they may walk hand in hand with humanity. I do all this to prove our unwavering commitment to peace. I'll do whatever it takes to atone for our sins, even if it means becoming a slave. Oh my God, yo. Harold's a real one, man. He really is. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? And it ends with the eye of Emu kind of being like, really? This is great. This is some madness, yeah. This is some real madness. Oh man. Harold is another really tragic character in One Piece, yeah. I might have to do a tragic character ranking or a tier list or something because there's just too many. Once this flashback is over, I am gonna do a live stream where I rank all of the flashbacks of One Piece. I already have the thumbnail made and everything, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Let me know your favorite part of the chapter and what else you're looking forward to in the Elbaf arc. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. More to come for sure. Peace out.